Good morning. Thank you both very much for agreeing to participate in mediation. This is a great opportunity for you both to be able to talk matters through and see if you can reach a resolution so you can draw a line under this complaint. If you do reach an agreement together, I'll write up the terms that you want and you'll both sign, and then that'll become the contract between you. Mediation is a voluntary process, of course, so if at any time you want to leave, you're perfectly free to do so.
Okay, I've got a question before we carry
sure.
on. Would I be able to discuss what happens today with my friends and my wife?
One of the most important things about mediation is that it's confidential. So it wouldn't be appropriate for you to discuss things with your friends. Mrs. Green, what do you think about Mr. Brown talking over things with his wife?
Yeah, that's absolutely fine. I don't have a
That's
problem
okay
with
with
that.
you? All right. Mr. Brown, is
That's great.
that all right? Okay. To start off with, what I'd like to do is invite each of you to briefly tell the other how you see the situation from your point of view. Mr. Brown, as you brought the complaint, I'd like to ask you to start. Mrs. Green, if you wouldn't mind not interrupting while he's speaking, and then it'll be your turn to talk without interruption. Is that okay?
Yeah, I'm happy with that.
It's fine.
Okay, when I was going through my divorce, I found out that I would be required to sell my house. A friend of mine recommended your firm, and so I made an appointment and came in to see you.
Thank you for that. Mrs. Green.
After the sale of your house, agreed, you were sequestrated, and I had to deal with the trustees in bankruptcy. That took a lot of extra time and a lot.
Thank you both very much for that. Perhaps if I can just summarise what I think I've heard each of you say. Mr. Brown, from your point of view, Mrs. Green, from the firm's point of view, when Mr. Brown came to see you, does that sound about right?
Yes.
Yeah. Okay, well let's see how we can move forward from here.
What I would like to know is, when I got your bill, it had all these different charges on it, and I didn't understand.
Well, the reason for that was we'd already issued you with a terms of engagement letter with a breakdown of how fees.
It seems that you've both seen the same situation from different points of view. Can I suggest that I have a private chat with each of you so we can look at the options you might have been thinking about and see how we can move forward? Would that be okay? Heard so far.
Well, so far, what I've heard, I'm in two minds.
I didn't know that Fred wanted an explanation about the fee.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, now that you know that, is there any way you could clarify matters for him?
Would it help you if I took you through our invoice and through each transaction and talk you through how we actually charged you for each transaction?
Yeah, that would be really helpful. I'd just like to understand the breakdown and work out what work was actually carried out. Okay, now I understand, but I'm still concerned about this £500 that I owe you.
Would you be able to pay in instalments?
Yeah, I suppose I need to work out something like that.
Okay. All right. So now that you've reached an agreement together, I'll write up the terms for you. What would you like to say?
How about the firm apologises for the upset caused to Mr. Brown and agrees to...
Okay, I'm happy to make payment of £500 in 3 instalments.
This would be in full and final settlement of the complaint that's been raised. Okay. So if you'd like to check and see that that's okay and just sign what your name is. Thanks. very much for that and for your very open and honest discussion together. The complaint is now finalised and closed, so thank you both very much for your time.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thanks,
Thank you
Mr.
very
Brown.
much.
Thank you, Mrs.